What do you say to people that say Dak doesn't deserve the money?
Dak has been perfect. Not necessarily in wins and losses, of course, but I'm talking about just the person that he's been, the kind of investment you want to make, the kind of guy you said, man, we hit it. We hit it with this guy. We got him in the 4th round. So you stole 4 years. Whatever he gets, he deserves because you still owe him back pay.
And he also pledged $1 million to improve police training and address systemic racism in America.
That's a great move by him. And now all he does is tell his agents, hey, tell Jerry we want $41 million.
You and the rest of the staff at Sports Illustrated crossover staff created an all-time NBA starting 5. There's a name missing here, Chris. There's no Jordan on this list.
I want a team that just guns from three-point range. And for all of Jordan's marvelous talent, he wasn't a great three-point shooter. The type of shots that Jordan took back then, he would never be allowed to take those shots now.
See, now here's a problem. 2 guys who love the NBA, and Chris Brockman and my social media grandmaster, TJ Jefferson, who might be interested in your response, heard none of it because they were too busy arguing with each other about it. That's what happens when you leave Jordan off your list, Chris.
I don't know. It's blasphemy to some people.
We're just talking about what people's worst sports losses of their fandom was.
I think for me,
Yeah.
it has to be the Purdue game just a couple years ago. Because
Come on, Graham, come on. You cannot say a regular season game at Purdue where you got blown out when you were expecting to win. Come on, that can't be the worst.
We're not used to losing.
Oh, stop.
No.
You're getting me fired up. I'm going to go out there and be on a tear tomorrow night because you're getting me angry about this damn.
When you're standing next to the trophy, you thank me. The director of Hoosiers and Rudy, David Onspot.
The other night, you got me going because the other night I just Googled, I said, how much of this blank is true? And I started putting in a list of sports movies.
Okay.
We Are Marshall, The Blind Side, Remember the Titans, blah, blah, blah. We come off like a Ken Burns documentary compared to most of those movies.
Oh, line of the day.
Throw it down.
All right.
Do you want to explain to me how Rudy has heard what I've had to say about this subject matter?
This is the best part.
Apparently, Rudy was pretty incensed enough to go to his neighbor, Mike Tyson, and ask him if he would train him to get you in the ring to put you where you belong.
So the real Rudy
Yes.
lives in Las Vegas next to Mike
Correct.
Tyson. You
He
better
has desire
start
to
playing
fight.
nice with Rudy.
Angelo went to Milan, Indiana, to when he finally was going to sit down and write Hoosiers. And he came back to L.A. and he said, you know what, I can't do it. There is no movie here. I can't do it.
Come on.
I said, why? He said nothing happened. So he literally had to come back to L.A. and he said, I've got to make this all up.
So, David, are you telling me with me saying how much fake Rudy is, you're saying Hoosiers is like almost wholly made up? Coach Dale and his backstory and who he is and the picket fence and Ollie and my team's on the floor. None of that happened? Is that what you're saying?
Only in Angelo Tito's mind. Rich, I don't think so.